Hi air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those of you cross-watching, welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. So today we're going to take a look at and see who is thinking about you, who has you on their mind. There is going to be a part 2 that's going to be made available to this reading, and you can access part 2 of the reading via the extension link below. In part 2, we're just going to continue on from the messages in part 1 and just dive into those messages a little bit more deeper and a lot more depth and detail. So yeah, let's go ahead and see who's got you on their mind, who's doing some thinking about you. For those of you that are interested in a personalized reading, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address just below the video here, also where that show more section is. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Sun card here. Okay, so I'm picking up water, fire energy here. So there may be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, strong Cancer energy. Could also be fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries here. Doesn't have to be, could be the other two signs, Earth or air. Sorry, I had a mental blank for a second. Okay. Now, I feel like this is someone whom you haven't heard from lately. Okay, you've come up as the Four of Swords here. I also feel like this could be a past energy, okay, or somebody that you used to know, okay. Could be an ex, could be someone that you were romantically or even loosely involved with. But it feels like there's been some sort of falling out or some sort of disconnection, okay. The relationship or the connection could have broken down. They may have distanced themselves from you here. There's been some sort of discord, however it's happened. So right now there is no contact or no communication. Maybe this is someone who has walked away from you, or this is someone whom you had to walk away from. Not that you entirely wanted to, but it feels like it was more of an obligation rather than a choice. What do I mean by that? It feels like staying on, walking away from this person was hard, but staying on would have been that much harder still, because swords are a weapon, okay? And because of the nature of the Four of Swords, this is a wounded soldier that lies at rest here. He's withdrawn here, so he's trying to heal himself, rejuvenate, recuperate here, recharge his batteries. And this is what I feel like you've decided to do. Take some time away from this person. There are still obviously feelings involved. There's still an attraction, there's still a fire that burns brightly between the two of you, a passion here. So there's obviously still an emotional thread or a cord that connects the two of you together here. So just because you guys are having some time apart or away from one another doesn't necessarily mean that the feelings here have dissolved, because it hasn't on your end. This person is thinking about you. In fact, I feel like memories here are sort of have been flooding them a lot, and I feel like they're drowning here in memories that they've had with you, especially because I feel like you've shared a lot of, they've brought you a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, and this connection has, has been a little bit burdensome from what I can see, but you've also had some wonderful memories that you've created and shared with one another. They're really reflecting here on the great times that the two of you have shared together. In particular, I feel like they're going back to photos of, did you go away kind of, I don't know if it was recently or it just feels like you might have gone away to somewhere like on a vacation or even like a weekend getaway. I feel like there's photos that you took which they keep going back to, okay, because during that getaway or the vacation here, you went away to somewhere beachy, somewhere very tropical, or you went away during the summertime, maybe even spring, but it just feels like there was just so much there was just such a peace in your connection, in your relationship at that particular point in time. And this person keeps referring back to that, to those memories, or to that moment in time in your relationship here. And it's what keeps them going, okay? It's what keeps this hope alive that the two of you will come back to reconnect. They do want to come back together, okay? So even if their actions aren't necessarily saying that, this person does see a future with you. They see that they will try and work towards a reconciliation, okay? So if they have been in the wrong, I feel like this person will want to try and work on him or herself to try and reconcile maybe your differences from the past, to try and work on things and build on the connection. This person is hopeful that you're going to come back together. They don't exactly know the details, okay? They're just kind of leaving it for up to the universe to fill in the blanks, but they honestly think you're their soulmate, and they're not going to let you get away. So even if there's this period of no contact, no communication, or this discord, just remember, guys, because a lot of the times people think soulmate and they think, oh, you know, there's this perfect individual who's going to come into my life and, you know, who's going to, you know, and everything's just going to be perfect. Soulmates aren't, you know, perfect people. Although the feelings that they elicit might, you know, feel like perfection, soulmates come into our lives a lot of the times are like a mirror, right? And they reflect back to us some of the work that we need to do on ourselves, like our shortcomings, our insecurities, our flaws, and you do the same to them. So during what was, you know, a very turbulent connection, I'm going to say, the reason why it feels so uncomfortable, or the reason why, you know, it just, there's a discord, is because they're reflecting back to you some of the things that you need to work on yourself, and you've done the same back. You've done the same for them. You've shown a light onto some of their, you know, some of the shadow work that they need to do, or some of the darker aspects of themselves that they need to work on. So maybe this separation is a good thing, because it's going to allow for the two of you some time to work on each other, to, you know, to do some inner work, some shadow work here. And once, you know, the two of you have started that process, I do feel like there is a possible reconciliation in the cards here. And this person, you know, they're very hopeful as well. They're hopeful that one day, they're keeping the hope. They're keeping the hope alive that one day the two of you will come back, you'll reunite. You know, there is a very strong energy. There is still a very strong chemistry and attraction that exists between the two of you. There's still love here. Okay, this is someone who thinks you're their soulmate, who believes you're their soulmate. This is someone who thinks you're their other half. They're feeling a little bit incomplete without you. This time of no contact, no communication with you, it's hard on them. It's really hard on them. It's draining them. It's exhausting them. I feel like your person is turning to distraction. Like, for instance, they may try and, you might see them posting all sorts of pictures on social media. You might see them really, you know, in those pictures they may look happy. Okay, remember, especially when it comes to social media, people only ever show you what you want them to see, and it's just a glimpse. Okay, it's just a glimpse here, one snapshot of what they're showing you here. So, and they're very selective about what it is that they're showing you here, and they're purposely, I feel like, are putting up photos where they're smiling, or they're looking happy, or, you know, they're spending a lot of time with people, with connecting energies. This is a distraction that I see for them. Okay, they're trying to distract themselves from focusing on you, from thinking about you. Okay, but even all of this distraction, all of this, you know, spending time with people, family members, connecting energies, even that can't always take away from what they, you know, what's going on with them internally, because they see you in other people. Okay, they hear your name. Okay, they you know, they can try and run away from the situation as much as they want to, but they can't run away from their feelings. They can't run away from the memories. They can't run away from what the two of you still have. And they know that they're still, I feel like they're trying to work on themselves, but they're trying to, but I don't know that they're succeeding. Okay, maybe they'll have to keep trying, keep working at it. There's nothing wrong with failing and trying again. Absolutely nothing wrong. That's how success comes about, right? You have to know failure in order to be successful. And so I do see this person, I feel like they're going to want to, because I feel like they're trying to work on themselves. Some of you may have passed a comment that, you know, they have some work that they need to do. They need to work on themselves, better themselves here. And I feel like this is something they've really taken to heart, because to me, it feels like they're really trying to work on themselves here. Okay, really trying to be a better, healthier, happier version for you. I'm also seeing that they're trying to, they talk about you, but they're not really sharing their innermost private thoughts. So they may have a very close connecting energy who I feel like they confide in here, and they do talk about you. They talk about you quite often, but it doesn't feel like they really tell this person what's going on with them. They are trying to manifest you. I feel like this person is thinking about the day that you'll finally respond, or the day that, you know, you'll reach out to them, the day that the two of you will reunite. They're definitely, their thoughts are trying to manifest you into their reality here. They're also very hopeful for reconciliation. This person sees a future with you. Even if they don't have you right now in their present, they see a future with you. This is someone who wants to marry you. This is someone who thought that they would end up marrying you. This is someone who wants children with you. Some of you have spoken about this, and they're still holding on to that vision here. They're in their head a lot though. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about, there's such a different range of emotions, okay? There's just such a different range of emotions. I feel like this person is really having a hard time processing their emotions, okay? They're having a hard time really sitting with their emotions, and they're a bit of an avoidant. I don't know if this is because they're an avoidant attachment style, or they're avoidant as in they don't want to, you know, they don't want to deal with what's at hand here, because it just feels like there's a lot of emotions that are going on with their energy here, and it just feels like they're really in their head, and they're not really processing. They're internalizing rather than externalizing some of these emotions. Okay guys, so in part 2 of the reading, we're going to explore the reconciliation that's predicted in the cards for you. How is it that the both of you are manifesting each other, and you know, whether or not they will come forward, or will you be the first one to reach out? Because there's still a flame that burns very brightly between the two of you, and I feel like the future here looks very bright for you as well. So follow me to part 2 of the reading via the extension link below. For those of you interested in a personalized reading, please feel free to reach out and inquire. Thank you guys so much for your time, your energy, your support, your attention. If you haven't already, please show your support by liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Bye for now.